what are your goals and dreams for 2022?
Oh, it's going to start, of course, with the launch of my podcast. And I'm really excited about that in January, the 20th. And I'm also starting a social housing a business property to look at sustainable housing within UK. It's a big problem to find good housing for people who can't afford to buy their own houses. This is really a need which has come from local government and not building new council houses. So I just thought I really wanted to have a go at this because there's so many people needing social housing. And so I'm really excited about that. I've already started writing down my vision, my mission statement, and very, what I call my one-page business plan.
And how did that come about originally, that dream and goal?
It's been on my background because one of the main things that I invested in property a long time ago, more than 30 years ago. I've always invested in property in London and outside London, and I've never had time to really develop it. And then recently I've had a lot of people looking to run their social projects in, like supported living, semi-independent. And it's very difficult to find landlords who understand the need of these providers. And also with my background in fostering, quite a lot of our foster carers are coming out of the fostering pool because they don't have stable housing. They're using private housing. And just before Christmas, 2 of my carers were made homeless. And recently I found out my own member staff has been made homeless. And I said, this is just, they just sold, they sold the property without even telling them that they sold the property. So I'm thinking of social housing and being an ethical, sustainable landlord, and not treating people just say, oh, I want my house tomorrow, where people live. It's not, I think it's so unethical, and it's driven by money. The property has gone up in property. I've got to, develop or whatever. I'm very interested in the property sector for quite a long time, but I haven't really had time to think about. But now I'm distanced myself from Banya. I've got the time.
But you've still got Banya and Vanna Trust as well, haven't you?
That's right. I still got that. They're always in the background, and this Saturday I've got a meeting with the board of trustees, and we're going to be setting our goals for Warner Trust. And the main thing with Warner Trust is really about how we can, for me this year, is how we can do social subscribing for the farm, so that GPs can refer their clients to the farm for their well-being and their mental health. And in Zimbabwe, we're thinking about, now we've got the land to build a school. So we're really looking at about how we're going to fundraise to start building the school. So I'm hoping it's going to become a reality this year.
I'm sure you'll make it a reality, knowing you.
Yeah. It's going to turn to reality, yes.
Yeah. So it sounds like housing is quite a strong theme for you this year.
Yes, it is housing. It's a very, I don't know why all of a sudden it's become quite. And then the other day I was watching this program about this woman in Kenya. She built 2,000 houses, and I think all these things are coming to me. She's doing her social housing in Africa, and I'm thinking, oh God, can I build and get 2,000 houses in UK to house these people? You know what I mean? I thought if she can do it in Kenya, I can do it in London.
You can. I've got every faith. So you've also, you're still growing your Wild Impact Fund though, aren't you?
That's right. And I'm hoping to really take it on this year and move on with our fund manager we found last year. There's been a lot of delays around the funding, finding fund manager, but I think we've got the right team now. So it just really, this year is really going out there and promoting it and starting to seriously fundraise to raise the money we need for the women entrepreneurs, actually in Africa as well as in UK. It's a real problem. It's a global problem about women getting access to capital. We're just so disadvantaged. We don't have assets. We don't have, and more and more financial institutions, they ask for more. Funny enough, they will give the money to a man without asking for collateral. And when it comes to a woman, they want collateral, and most of the time they don't have it. It's in the husband's name, and it's a global problem. It's just not just in Africa.
So, you know, we are in 2022, aren't we? So,
yes, I'm hoping, think that the narrative is going to change. We've got to change it. Yeah. And we'll find the money and we'll give it to these women.
I mean, as if you haven't got enough on your plate, you're also started the, you know, actually finding jobs, haven't you, for people as well?
Yes, yes, this is really post-COVID. And just realizing, you know, I've traveled a lot during the COVID era. A lot of women in particular who are quite talented graduates, and they're marketeers, they're accountants, they're social media, you know, they're just web designers, but they're home not doing anything. And I'm thinking, meanwhile, in UK or in Europe, there's a lot of women and men who could do with their talents, administration, just executive support, managing your diary. And I think because of COVID, we've all got evidence that anyone can work from anywhere. So you can get your support from Kenya or from South Africa. It doesn't matter. So long as they've got electricity and internet, that's all you need. And so I thought, oh, this will be quite, I really think I like to really create these win-win situations. So if you are empowering somebody, economically empowering someone by giving them something to do, but you're also respecting somebody's talent and what they can contribute. And it's moving away from this charity model of always giving. Most people really don't like to be given something. They want to contribute. They want to work for the money or whatever it is they're given. They want to earn it. And that really does a lot of confidence, self-esteem to somebody. Say, I worked for this money. I offered something I can do. We're not asking them to do something they can't do.
No, exactly.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And we started the training already, and we've hoping to launch it in mid-February. But we want the website to be ready by mid-February, January. Yeah. Because we don't want to start promoting it until the website, because most people say they'll go to the website. So we're busy writing the content and our story and our purpose and why at the moment. So I'm really excited. It's been in my head for quite a while now, for the last 2 years, and putting it down together now is just fantastic. So I'm really excited about that.
That's amazing. That really is. So, and the last thing that you've been talking about as a goal and dream, goodness, you are one busy lady. You know,
I'm so busy.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So the other thing that you've been talking about is finding medics for the NHS, haven't you?
That's right. Nurses, healthcare, and medics. Again, by default, talking to these women and men in Africa, this has come up. Say, oh, we want to come and work. And because of Brexit, there's also opportunity for the Commonwealth people to come and work here. So that is another thing I'm really interested in. And it's very tied up to the virtual. The virtuals are going to work where they are. But out of that, I actually started talking about the virtuals. And then some of the people came forward, some of the nurses and the doctors. They said, oh, we would like to come and get experience and work in England. And I thought that can be done. We'll arrange to find who needs you. So it's again, it's talking to the NHS and finding out what they need and how we can help them.
Sort of completed your goals and dreams for 2022.
I know. There's quite a lot. And it's quite, I wish I just had one, actually, Ali. One is enough. and I'm just being greedy and having so many.
Oh no, I think that's lovely though, the fact that you're always thinking how you can, because that's your whole reason for being, isn't it?
Yes.
Your purpose.
Yes. And really, I'm always thinking, how can I make a difference to people's lives, to children's lives? Those are the two things which keeps me awake and which I would get up in the morning. I get motivated. What can I do today to make a difference? Every day, it just motivates me to keep going. And it's you need that energy. You need a bigger purpose beyond yourself for you to keep, because you can easily get deflated and say, oh God, who? Sometimes I have those moments. I say, who do I think I am? And we always question ourselves sometimes, isn't it? And also being overwhelmed, saying, oh God, I can't do it all. The problem is too big. But then I'm always come back. I can get overwhelmed for a moment, and then I'll say, it doesn't matter. The problem is too big. We're talking about billions of people being impacted. But if I can help one, it's okay. It's all right. It's not about numbers. It's about helping that one person.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy to just help one person. And in the end, actually, you do actually help one person at a time. You can't, and at the end, it accumulates. It starts with one. And you can't start with 20. You've got to start with one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I work. That's how I come back to being overwhelmed, because I can get overwhelmed. I think, who do I think I am? I can never solve this world, the global problems. But anyway, that keeps me going. If I can help one person, that's fine.
Definitely. So no, I mean that's really brilliant. And here's to your goals and dreams for 2022.
Oh, thank you very much for your time. And it's lovely to chat to somebody, because sometimes some of these things are just in your head and they're just going around. So it's lovely to talk about them.
and get them out, and share them with others.
Yes. And it's very interesting. Once, it's the thing about a problem shared, a problem halved, that sometimes I'm, by just verbalizing it and articulating your goal or whatever it is, or your purpose, you then, it feels lighter and say, oh, it's out there. It's almost like you've got to be really careful what you say and what you think, because most of the time it actually comes true, whatever. But because you've thought about it and you've articulated it out there, it's out in the universe, if you believe in the universe. And for some reason, because you've articulated it, it's out there, it's all sorts of supporters come forward, and all of a sudden it happens. Oh God, I've been struggling with this all by myself and going around in circles. The minute I said it, you'll be so surprised at how many supporters come forward.
Impactful Billionaires, the podcast with award-winning social entrepreneur Nyasha Kweditso. Do more, be the impact. If you would like to get in touch with Nyasha, you can contact her on nyasha@nyashakweditso.com.